Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. I am super excited for today's video. It is going to be my February recap for my makeup rehab series. And I am running my makeup rehab series a little bit differently than I have in years past. It's more of like a free range spending beauty budget tracker rather than in years past I had like a very specific beauty budget that I had an allotted amount of credits and I didn't want to go over those credits, etc. But this is kind of just like a catch-all recap of everything that came into my collection throughout the month of February. So I have PR to share, I have my own purchases, palettes, etc. So we're gonna be chit-chatting through it all. There will be timestamps linked below in case you aren't interested in any of these specific categories. And then there will be a ton of information in the description box. So products, product links, as well as like where we sit in terms of my actual like beauty bank. This year I just started with a beauty bank of 0, and any makeup product excluding eyeshadow palettes that came into my collection that I purchased counts as 1 against my beauty bank. And then every empty product, which I'll also be sharing empties in this video, everything I emptied counts as like a positive towards my beauty bank. But also into the description box, it'll tell you total number of PR products that came in, as well as the total amount of palettes that I brought into my collection. So that is what today's video is going to be. If you're interested in seeing the products that I brought in, as well as the products that I used up throughout the month of February, which, spoiler, we have 4. Whoa. That actually spooked me. we have 14 makeup empties to share today, which I'm so happy about. So if you're interested, stay tuned. First, if you have yet to subscribe to my channel and you like project painting content, palette themed content, or just chit-chatting about makeup, we do it all over here, and I would love if you consider subscribing before moving on. And other than that, let's jump into the video. Okay, you guys, I do like to start with PR, and I got a lot of PR in February, and I like truly cannot believe some of the products that I received in PR. So let's start with these 3 fragrances first. I have 3 Dossier fragrances. I have 3 fragrances that were sent over from Dossier. I have reviewed these heavily on my channel already, so I'm not going to go on and on and on, but I have Woody Chestnut, Floral Marshmallow, as well as Smoky Mezcal and Cucumber. I am such a fan of these fragrances because like Floral Marshmallow and Woody Chestnut are both inspired by significantly more expensive fragrances, and Dossier sells them at a more affordable cost. So I believe these cost like $49 per fragrance, and Floral Marshmallow and Woody Chestnut I'm definitely repurchasing when I finish. I have Floral Marshmallow on right now. I actually might spray like just an extra spritz just cause. I have no idea how Bare Minerals got my information, but they asked if they could send over their 24-hour Wear Bare Pro foundation, their newest foundation, and they sent over 3 shades, which I'm so grateful for. Unfortunately, this just did not work out for me and my dry skin, but I'm wondering if my sister might perhaps like this, or I have a couple of like more oily skin friends that I now get to gift these foundations to, which makes me so happy. So thank you to Bare Minerals for sending these over. I did, when you see products listed in my description box down below, you'll see I count 1 Bare Minerals foundation as coming into my collection because I did bring 1 shade in to test and try. Now I will likely end up decluttering that foundation, but these 2 shades are like unopened. I didn't even like technically bring them into my collection, so I'm not counting these as products brought in. Okay, and then these 2 brands reached out to me on like the same day, and I was riding such a high for like a week because I truly could not believe that these 2 brands sent products to me. So up first, Glossier sent over, I literally have no idea how I somehow got these products in PR, but I am so grateful. So Glossier sent over their newest cloud paints as well as 2 additional cloud paints. So they literally sent over 6 cloud paints, which I just like, I literally wanted to like poop my pants with excitement. I always say like poop my pants with excitement. Anyway, so the newest shades to their line are these really beautiful kind of like bronzer contour sort of shades, which I am just so incredibly excited to play around with. I actually just finished up using one of my Glossier cloud paints in the shade Beam, and it took me years to finish up. So I'm like, do I need all of these? I don't know, but I'm thinking like some of the like deeper bronzy ones I can also use, like how I was really enjoying using the Tower 28 bronzer last year. So I am so excited to play around with these. I do have, if it's not posted already, it will be on my Instagram, me swatching these newest 4 shades. So check out my Instagram if you're interested in swatches. And then also they sent over the shade Eve, which I'm so excited about because it's this really deep berry shade, which I was kind of wanting one of the Glossier cloud paints in the shade Storm, which I feel like is similar to this. So I'm very excited to try this out. And then we all know how much I've raved about a sunburnt blush in my day, and I feel like the shade Spark is going to give me the most beautiful sunburnt blush. So they also sent over these 2 shades. I'm just still like in awe that I received these. And alongside that, they also sent over one of their Future Dew oil serum hybrids, which I actually have used up a full one of these in the past. I'm trying to decide if I want to open this. I feel like I will. I feel like I will because I actually feel like I would really enjoy this product. Yeah, I'm gonna open it. Okay. I was thinking like, do I want to like try and give this to my sister? Do I want to like give it to a friend? I'm gonna be selfish, I think. It's been a couple years since I've used this, and I do really like, I'm actually gonna swatch it. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I actually really do like the glow that it gives. Just like a very like dewy, kind of just like glass skin sort of finish, which I've been so into lately. So I think I actually might just pop this into my bathroom because I could see myself using this on like no makeup days as well. So thank you so much to Glossier for sending these products over. And then I also truly couldn't believe or understand how I was lucky enough to get sent over an extremely generous package from Tula Skincare as well. So I have a bunch of full-size Tula skincare products, which I'm super excited about because I'm finally working my way through just like the straggling skincare products that have just been kind of like sitting around waiting to get used up. And it's been a couple of years since I've like heavily focused on having like a consistent skincare routine that like I've chose for myself. I feel like that's a part of my self-care routine that really fell off at the end of like 2021, and I have like not gotten back into a good skincare routine, which like it starts with the skin, so why am I not doing that? But I already know there's some Tula products that I absolutely love. So I'm a huge fan of their Cult Classic Cleanser. I've gone through multiple bottles of this in the past, so I'm really excited to have this back in my collection. I also love their Hydrating Day and Night Cream, their 24-hour cream. I've gone through, again, multiple jars of this. I also just love the scent of Tula products. There's something like spa-like and relaxing about Tula, like the scent of their skincare products. I'm so glad about these. I have owned 2 of the eye creams in the past, and it hasn't been my favorite. They did send over their original as well as their Rose Glow. I set aside the original to give to my mom because she's always looking for a good eye cream, or she's always looking for a good or a new eye cream or eye balm. So I set that aside to bring home to her, but I'm gonna give this another go. It's literally the only product I've tried from Tula that I haven't been like a #1 fan of, but I feel like I could definitely use this even in my like car on the go like makeup bag, because there's those times where like I just feel like I'm looking tired and I'm not like wearing makeup, like the times that I'm not wearing makeup, and I just want like a little bit of a cooling sensation underneath the eyes. I do like that about this product, so I'm gonna give this one a try. It's the Rose Glow and Get It Cooling and Brightening Eye Balm. I haven't tried the rose version of this, so more to come in an upcoming speed reviews on how I feel about that upon like trying it again. And then these 2 products I have not yet tried from Tula, but I'm super excited too. So this is the 24-hour Ultra Hydration Triple Hydra Complex Day and Night Serum. Looking at this product, it looks like, if you guys have kids and you know like what Orbeez are like, it looks like a bunch of like small Orbeez in this. I feel like this will be the perfect like daytime or morning moisturizing product that won't be too heavy. I haven't tried it yet to know for sure, but that's what I'm thinking this will be in my head, and I'm very excited about it. And then also the Brightening Treatment Drops Triple Vitamin C Serum. I used to love a vitamin C serum in my skincare routine, and it's been so long since I've used a vitamin C serum, and I do feel like, partially because my skin is so dry and I have way too much, and I consume way too much caffeine and not enough water, I feel like my skin always looks super dull and dry. But I'm excited to reintroduce a vitamin C to my skincare routine. So also thank you so much to Tula for sending these products over. I feel so fortunate and so grateful for all of the PR products that I've ever received. but just like feeling super humbled and grateful for the products that I've received in February. So that is everything that I've received in PR. Next, let's jump into a few just like random purchases, kind of like other beauty, if you will. I just figured this video would be a fun catch-up place to share like any skincare that I myself have brought in or any other fragrances, just because I don't necessarily have a space that I currently do that on my channel. So I did pick up 2 travel size fragrances from Phlur. They're 2 newest. So we have Strawberry Letter, which I also reviewed in my most recent speed review, so I'll leave that video linked down below. And then I also picked up Mood Ring, which I have tried twice, and this is definitely going to be more of a summertime fragrance for me. It has kind of like a solar sort of scent to it, and I can tell I'm gonna love this one in the summer. I believe I'm gonna pick up full sizes of both of these. Huge fan of both. And then the only other beauty product that I picked up this past month was a skincare item, and it's a repurchase, and it's the Peach and Lily Ginger Melt Oil Cleanser. This is by far the best first step makeup cleanser I have ever tried. I think I have like 1 pump left in my bathroom, so I'm gonna just pull this out. I love this. I feel like in the past I have enjoyed a lot of first step like makeup melting cleansers, but never enough to want to repurchase, or I'll repurchase it like a second time and then I get really bored with it the second time. This is my second time, like my second bottle of this, so maybe that will happen, maybe I'll get bored, I'm not sure, but I don't see it happening because I just love this one more than I've loved any other melting cleanser. It just does such a nice job of feeling really hydrating on the skin but breaking up all of my makeup, and it's really easy to just stick on my like bathroom vanity and then just like pump. It's not messy. It's obviously it's like messy as you're like wiping the makeup, but it's not as messy as other oil cleansers that I've used, is what I'm trying to get at. All right, moving on to the eyeshadow palette category. Because I love to play with eyeshadows, it's my favorite part of my makeup experience, or me like putting my makeup on. It's where I feel like most creatively inspired, and I love to post eyeshadow palette content. I don't count eyeshadow palette purchases towards my beauty budget or beauty bank. May not make sense to you, but that's how I do things on my channel, and it's my channel and my life, so we're doing it that way. I purchased 5 eyeshadow palettes in the month. I actually purchased 8, but I'm still waiting for the 3 Odin's Eye palettes to get to me, so we're not counting them towards this month's purchases. We're doing 1 eyeshadow palette better than we did in January, because I brought 6 palettes in January, which, as mentioned in the description box down below, it'll also tell you the total number of palettes I brought in this month, as well as the total amount I brought in year to date, in case you're nosy and want that kind of information. But the palettes that I brought in, which also be on the lookout for an upcoming ranking the last like 8 to 10 palettes I've tried. I'm just about ready to film that video. I almost have somewhere between 8 and 10 new eyeshadow palettes fully tested and ready to give my thoughts on, so keep your eye out for that. But I did purchase the Lethal Cosmetics Midnight Serenade eyeshadow palette. I wanted this right when I saw this teased and launched, but I talked myself out of it, and then I kept seeing swatches and people using this, or people like wearing a look with it in videos, and I was like, yeah, I need this eyeshadow palette in my life. It is so beautiful. The like shimmer duochrome metallic shades in here are so pretty, so I'm very happy to have this in my life. I also picked up one of the 2 newest releases from Bella Beauté Bar. I picked up the Dead Roses palette. I was feeling really inspired by like the anti-Valentine's release, and I'm actually really proud of myself for only picking up 1 like Valentine's palette. I was thinking I would actually end up picking up more, so I still have my eye on the Wicked Widow beauty one. Anyway, I did pick this up, and I like this. It's obviously not my everyday color story, and I knew that going in, but it's a really fun palette for like pinks and purples. I also could not deny the beauty of the Adept Flying Fiddles palette. The moment I saw this teased, I knew it had to be mine, because there's neutral, it's like neutrals with a twist. I keep saying that when I'm talking about this eyeshadow palette, and if it's not already posted, I also have a palette, a like top 10 neutral eyeshadow palettes with a twist, so that's why I keep saying it, but this is so beautiful. I also have a 3 Looks 1 palette, which I'll leave a link below in case you're interested in checking that out. What's on my eyes today is the newest from Diveroon Cosmetics. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. I have this row of shades on my eyes today, and 1 other shade out of a Blend Bunny palette to kind of deepen up a little bit. This is absolutely stunning. I'm not yet done testing the entirety of the palette, but I am so impressed thus far and really excited for what else this brand is going to be releasing. I really wish I picked up their first release, but so far really been enjoying that. And then I'm so embarrassed that I haven't even used this palette one time. It's the Terra Moons Cosmetics Space Chemistry palette. This was expensive, which many of these palettes were, but like this was expensive and I was so excited for it. And I feel like I'm doing that thing where like, I feel like it costs so much money. So like, I don't want to dip into it, which is just so stupid. But this is what this looks like. I have only ever purchased Terra Moon singles and I'm so impressed. They have such a special form, so many different types and varieties of formulas, all that are so special and just so stunning on the eyes. So I was really excited about this. I was also excited that the matte shades included in this were like neutral shades rather than colorful, so it made the palette more approachable. Looking at this, I'm literally drooling, so I don't know why I haven't yet dipped into this. I need to do that, but I did also bring this into my collection in the month of February. All right, you guys, so that would bring us to the portion of the video where we discuss my makeup purchases. And I did not purchase any makeup. Obviously, I purchased eyeshadow palettes, but any makeup products in the month of February. And I truly couldn't be more proud of myself. There were a couple of releases that I was really interested in, but I will be honest, aside from eyeshadow palettes, I really have been trying to like slow down on my makeup consumption. I did delete the Ulta and Sephora apps off my phone. Now, granted, I can still go search the app and I'm like signed in, but it does, like I scroll through makeup less. I will say I still look at like Makeup Radar's page every single day. And like we'll look through the new launches, but like actual makeup products I have not been as excited about. And it doesn't mean that I'm like not loving makeup. I'm just like not wanting to spend all of my money on makeup anymore, which truly I feel like I've grown as a human a bit, which makes me so excited. So I have no beauty purchases to share. Now, I do see that they have announced the dates for the Sephora VIB sale, and I do plan to make some purchases during the sale. But the things that are like on my mind right now, I'm like, you know what, girl? Like you don't have to have that this moment. Like there's like one of the new shades in the Patrick Ta line, the new blush line, like it's an orange. It looks so pretty. The REM blushes look really pretty. In fact, when I was in Ulta purchasing this, I swatched the REM blushes and I was like, this is so pretty, but I was like, girl, you don't need it. And I left Ulta without buying it, and I'm so proud of myself for that. So there's a few things that like I do want, but I'm gonna wait. So last month, my beauty bank ended at -6 products, which I am not counting PR products that I bring into my collection against my beauty bank, but I am noting them in my description box for how many beauty products, makeup products that I brought in that were PR to my collection each month and year to date, just so I can still track that. So again, that information will be down below. But I was at -6 going into this month, and again, we did not purchase any makeup, so no more negative. And then as I mentioned, I do have 14 makeup empties to share, which I'm super excited about. 6 of them are lip products, and I will say many of these were really close to being done. Many of them are like balms or lip treatments, and I pretty much have something on my lips at all times. There's one other product in here too that my daughter and I should like both use, so like she definitely aided in using the product up. But let's get into all of my makeup empties. So I do have 2 sprays that I finally finished up. These both came into my collection maybe halfway through last year, so they were pretty close to being empty as we entered 2024. But I have the Youthforia Pregame Skin Moisturizing Setting Spray. This I think is like $36 and definitely not worth, even like at half price. I'm like, this is not worth it. I don't think it has a good sprayer, and I was very unimpressed by this. And then we have the Cali Ray Sunproof Setting Spray, which was fine. I don't feel like it really prolonged. Maybe it helped a little bit in prolonging the wear of my makeup, but to me, the scent of it, like it smelled like a literal wet dog. Like it was bringing me back to like memories of childhood when my dog would come in from like playing outside in the wet, rainy grass, mud. So this is not something I would repurchase. I currently have the Sport Fix spray from Makeup Revolution, which costs $8, and I feel like does make a difference in making my makeup last longer. So $8 versus this was definitely in the 20s. And I think we know what we're going with. Some other exciting empties, which you would have seen in my Rolling Project 10 pan update. I have both a concealer empty as well as a foundation empty. So very excited to add some like more difficult categories to finish up. I'm excited to add empties to those categories early in the year. So Merit foundation stick, not a favorite. I felt like it made me look older, aged, and not something I would go purchase. They did send me this one. So I didn't purchase it with my own money to begin, and I wouldn't go out and purchase it. And then I also have the Kosas Revealer Concealer, which is one of my favorite concealer formulas on the market. But this is my second tube of this that I've gone through, and both times my cap has cracked in half. First time may have been user error. Second time I was literally like, I was not twisting. Like I wasn't even to the point where I was like, I think it's closed, and I was twisting more. Like it just like broke in half. So I don't see myself purchasing the Kosas Revealer Concealer again, which makes me really sad because again, I love the formula. I think it's great. But once the cap breaks, it becomes so difficult to use that I just am not willing to risk getting another faulty component. So excited to have a concealer empty, sad to see it go, but also happy to see it go because it was really annoying to use at the end. You guys, this product has been in my collection since 2018 or earlier. And I swear, like, I have been so close to finishing this product for what feels like years, and it's finally an empty. This is the powder that would not die. It's the Hourglass Luminous Light Ambient Lighting Powder in Luminous Light. Beautiful powder. I actually do now have, I purchased this last year and now finally get to dip into my quad of luminous lighting powder. So now I have 3 different shades. I personally would highly recommend this powder, especially if you're someone with dry skin or someone who likes a bit of a healthy glow. This is such a beautiful finishing powder that I feel like really just ties my look together. And I've gone really hot and cold in my lifetime with this, but as I've aged, I've noticed I really appreciate a finishing powder like this. So this is something I do plan to have in my collection, whether it be the Hourglass or if something better comes along, you know, maybe I will move on from the Hourglass. But currently this is my favorite finishing powder that adds a bit of a glow that I personally have tried. Okay, we can move on to mascaras and then we'll end with lips just because I feel like mascara isn't quite as exciting. I do have 3 mascara empties. For me, if a mascara reaches the 4-month mark, I usually will end up calling it an empty. No matter if there's still product left in there, mascara is the one thing that I just like don't chance as like being an older product. Now I will say this What's Up Beauty Watch Me mascara, I believe I received in like June or July of last year and opened it right away. So I did give this one longer than I normally do. This is really nice packaging, really weighted, feels super luxe, but not a favorite formula of mine. I don't love the wand personally, and I just found that this really flaked and transferred on me and just smudged. So wasn't my favorite mascara formula. I did not purchase this. They did send it to me, but it's not something I would go seek out to purchase with my own money now that I finished it. And then I have 2 little minis here. So from Lancome, I have the like lash primer. I do actually really enjoy a lash primer. Although I'm someone who cocktails her mascara, so usually I'm putting on like 2 or 3 different formulas of mascara at a time. So like because of that, it already feels like maybe I'm just using like a black primer, even though it's not. I liked using this. I'm sure I got this as a free gift with purchase. I don't think I would go seek out and purchase a lash primer just because I feel like that would be money like I wouldn't be excited about spending, and I wouldn't deem it as like a necessary step. But if I have free gift with purchases, I enjoy using them, and I thought this one from Lancome was really good. And then I have the Clinique High Impact Mascara. Okay, this very basic wand, but I actually really did like this formula quite a bit. I feel like it did a nice job of really like lengthening my lashes while adding volume, while not making my lashes look spidery. Am I gonna go repurchase this? Probably not. I definitely still love my Ilia Limitless mascara more. I'm still interested in trying the Lawless mascara as well as the Rare Beauty, so I don't foresee myself going out and repurchasing this in the near future at all. I'm still on a mascara no buy until I make my way through more mascaras. But I think this is a good mascara. Like if you have your eye on this, I would say go for it, girl. All right, and then let's chat about these 6 lip products that I have finished up. So this is a spoiler from my Rolling Project 10 pan, but the Bobbi Brown Crushed Lip Oil I did finish off. This was nice. I did buy this with my own money. I will say the packaging feels really cheap and like it should be more weighted for a $29 lip oil. I enjoyed using this and felt like it gave a high shine to the lips. I really liked the shine, but it's not something I would go purchase again for $29. I don't think it's worth that. The Kosas Wet Lip Oil. This is another old product in my collection that like I finally have used up. This was in the shade Jaws. I've gone through multiple Kosas Wet Lip Oils before. Jaws is a really beautiful shade for like a popsicle lip sort of effect, like you just ate a cherry popsicle. And I've always said this is a shade I likely will repurchase, but I don't think I will, because I feel like I can stain my lips using the Fenty Beauty Strawberry Sangria lip stain, and then I can go over top with my Lawless Forget the Filler in Cherry Vanilla, and that will give me like a very, very juicy popsicle lip effect that I just don't feel like I need from this. I used to love Kosas lip oils, and I just don't feel like they're my favorite anymore. And I don't know that I would or will ever purchase another Kosas lip oil once I make it through all of mine. You guys know I love Lawless Forget the Filler literally so much, and if all I had was Lawless Forget the Filler, like if that is the only lip product that I had, I would want a balm too. Like I would want, what balm would I want? That's a good question. I mean, I do love the fresh, like these balms here. Okay, this isn't a video about like what balm I would want, but if I truly only had Lawless Forget the Filler for my daily lip product, I'd be the happiest girl ever. Anytime I do anything other than Lawless Forget the Filler on my lips, I'm like, we're looking a little dull and boring. And then speaking of Lawless Forget the Filler, this will be a spoiler for my upcoming Deck of Panning project pan, but I rolled in the Lawless Forget the Filler in the shade Velvet, and I said I had already taken the stop route. I was really close to finishing, and I have since finished this up. I loved the shade Velvet. I thought it was a very beautiful pink, had this very beautiful pink finish on the lips. Now, there are some new shades of Lawless Forget the Filler I definitely want to get my hands on. George is one of them, I believe. I definitely need another like nude or pink shade, whether it be Velvet or Daisy. I plan to pick up a couple more Lawless Forget the Fillers during the upcoming Sephora VIP sale. Let's just say that. But another one bites the dust. If you guys are doubting my true love for Lawless Forget the Filler, I mean, I literally talk about it in every video. Then I have the Fresh Sugar Lip Treatment. They have reformulated. The reformulated version is not as good. Don't waste your money on this anymore. I do still really like the potted ones, but I was really disappointed in this. I brought this with me to Vegas when I was there in December, and this did not do enough to hydrate the lips. And it used to. It used to be my favorite lip balm, but now, no. So they go really quickly too. I feel like if I was consistently using one of the Fresh lip balms, I would finish it in like 3 weeks. Another Kosas product, I finished the Plump and Juicy Collagen Lip Boost. This tasted kind of chemically to me. It did take me quite a bit to get through this product, but it's not something I personally would repurchase. Again, I'd rather use Lawless Forget the Filler. Okay, this would be my #1 go-to lip balm if they didn't reformulate, but they have. And this is so sad because now like the original, I don't have the original formulation in my collection anymore. This was the Glossier Balm.com, Swiss Miss Balm.com, Universe, blah, blah, blah. This, me and my daughter used this more than I did. And I'm laughing because this is like a brown, this has a very deep brown tint to it. And my daughter experiences extremely dry lips, and she would literally just like slather this on her lips, but it is brown, and so it would look like she ate like a melted Hershey's chocolate bar, and she would just walk around the house just happy as a clam, just with literally like the whole bottom of her mouth just looked like she ate a melted chocolate bar. And then she would like jump into my bed to cuddle with me and then get it on my like sheets, so then it looked like I like had an accident. So I'm very sad to see this go because I felt like this was extremely hydrating, and I really do love this formula. Hopefully maybe they bring this back. I don't know if they ever will, but my daughter is also very sad to see this go. The only happy part is now that I will be doing hopefully my laundry a little bit less. Anyway, you guys, those are all of my makeup empties. I haven't yet done the math on the total dollar amount of makeup empties I have, but I'll leave that on the screen right now so that you can have that for reference in case you're interested in those numbers. I know I am. It'll also be in my description box. And it's always fun to just see like how much dollar value you've used up in makeup empties. But that is gonna wrap it up for today's makeup rehab. Thank you guys so much for sticking around to watch. Would love to know in the comments below how many makeup empties you had in the month of February. Let a girl know. Other than that, thank you so much for sticking around to watch today's video and for supporting me and my channel as you guys always do. I love you guys so much, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye.